Hi everyone, welcome and thank you for coming. University of Otago online seminar. Otago University is New Zealand's first university. Otago has pride and itself on being a research leading university with an international reputation for excellence. Otago has been working with the IAE Auckland over 20 years as our important key partner. Today, we have Gary from Otago University, and he will explain and help us to find out more about medicine and dentistry major in detail. Hello, Gary.
Hey, Daniel. Hello, everyone. Thanks very much for joining me today. I'm Gary from the International Office at University of Otago, New Zealand. Today's session, my understanding is mainly focusing on the information regarding the health sciences first year and the professional programs followed by successfully completing the health sciences first year. I will go through some PowerPoint slides with you and briefly introduce you about Otago and the health sciences first year. Let me share the screen with us. Can you see the PowerPoint?
Yep.
Great. Okay, thank you again for joining us. Hope, I believe that everybody is doing good under the current situation, and please stay safe, stay well. And first, okay, so first, why Otago? Otago is New Zealand's first university, is ranked the top 1 universities globally. Established in 1869, Otago has national presences in several different major cities in New Zealand. The main campus is in Dunedin. We have campuses in Auckland, Christchurch, and Wellington. And University of Otago is New Zealand's top university for students' educational performance. We have 14 residential colleges and 150 plus clubs and societies. And also 85 Dunedin is a student city. 85% of our students from outside of Dunedin. And Otago offers 190 plus undergraduate and postgraduate programs. Over the years, we have been shared by our students. There are many reasons why they chosen Otago University as their first choice. Today I'm going to list some of the major reasons. Otago is New Zealand top ranked university for single subject areas in the following majors here. You can see we are 10th best in the world for the online MBA program. 43rd best in the world for the dentistry. And in 2022, Otago ranked in the top 194 universities in the world. We also got other majors and subjects are ranked, highly ranked globally. The majors listed here are ranked between top 50 to top 100 in the world, including earth, education and training, nursing, performing arts, philosophy, psychology, history, law, and medicine. This is another one of the major reasons, so many students choosing Otago as one of their first option. Otago's Dunedin campus is ranked among the 15 most beautiful campuses in the world. This photo gives you some ideas how the campus looks like. This is one of the corners in our Dunedin campus. You can see where the clock tower is where the international office is located. So what you can study at Otago? At Otago, we have 4 academic divisions: business, science, health sciences, humanities, and social sciences. So today, as suggested, I'm going to spend most of the time on health sciences and the programs. So the health sciences, New Zealand, Otago is the home to New Zealand's only dental school and ranked 43 in the world. Otago in New Zealand, Otago is the first, also is the first medicine school. We have campuses in Dunedin, Christchurch, and Wellington for the medicine programs. The health sciences first year is the foundation year for the professional programs listed here, including physiotherapy, pharmacy, medical laboratory science, and dental surgery, medicine, and surgery. So all the students, if they are interested in the professional programs, they need to apply for the health sciences first year. So what is the health sciences first year? The health sciences first year is the first year of the 5 of the professional programs: dentistry, medical laboratory science, medicine, pharmacy, and physiotherapy. In order to get the health sciences first year, the entry requirement is NCEA or equivalent. And also is an excellent pathway to begin a degree in biomedical science or any of the broad range of biomedical sciences degrees. For the programs like oral health and dental technology, the health sciences first year is not required, but if you're doing health sciences first year, somehow later on you want to change your mind, switch from medicine or dental technology, surgery to oral health and dental technology, there's a possibility to do that. So in order to get into the health sciences first year, the entry requirement is UE, university entrance. So if you are doing NCEA, you have to complete the year 13 level NCEA level 3, including 42 credits at level 3, including 14 credits in approved subject A, and 14 credits in approved subject B, and 14 credits in approved subject C, plus 10 credits in numeracy at level 1 or above. So if you are doing an international qualification, here are the entry requirements you have to meet in order to get into the health sciences first year. There are no specific subjects required, either you're doing NCEA or you're doing other international high school qualifications, but biology, physics are highly recommended by the department. So the English entry requirement, if you're doing NCEA, you must include NCEA level 10 literacy credits from level 2 or above, 5 in reading and 5 in writing. If you're doing A levels, literacy gain an E grade or better in any of the AS English language, AS literature in English, or AS language literature in English. If you're doing the NCEA level at high school here in New Zealand, if you cannot meet the above English language requirement, you cannot use IELTS or TOEFL or other international English test as a replacement. Sorry. There are limitations of the enrollments because there's for each of the professional programs. The information here just give you some indication about how many places available for international students in 2021. Please note, each year the available the places available for international students can be different. So in 2021, for the Bachelor of Dental Surgery, there's in total there's around 128 places available, 68 seats allocated to international students. For the bachelor of medical laboratory science, there's 5 places available to international students. Bachelor of Physiotherapy, there's around 10 places available for international students. My understanding is also some of you are interested in the scholarships options at Otago. At Otago, we have a broad range of scholarships available for international students. Today, I'm going to share 2 of the most common inquired scholarships by our international students with you. The first one is the University of Otago entrance scholarships. This, you have to apply for it. There are some conditions and requirements you need to meet in order to be qualified for this scholarship. The value of this scholarship is around 30,000 New Zealand dollar. The entrance scholarship, academic excellence entrance scholarship for 2022 is already closed. In general, it opens each year from the 1st of July until in the middle of August. Is roughly around a month and a half for students to apply for. However, we still have the Vice Chancellor Scholarship for international students, which in the value around New Zealand $10,000, still available for international students. This scholarship came out just after the pandemic to show Otago's support to our international students and their families. So the Vice Chancellor Scholarship valued around $10,000. You don't have to apply for it as long as you are accepted into a undergraduate program, which a bachelor degree. You will be given this scholarship automatically. It's kind of like a deduction from your first year bachelor degree tuition fee. I'm not quite sure how many of you have been to Dunedin. Here I'm going to share, some photos about how the city looks like. And you can see, it's an overview of the city. We got pretty much everything: great food, coffee, activities, sport, arts. We have everything here for you. And the Otago campus is located in the city center. You can see in the middle of the PowerPoint is roughly around 1,500 meters away from the city center, and it's pretty much close to everything. You can you can do a lot of different activities within one day if you are willing to explore the activities and the beauties of Dunedin. That's pretty much everything from me so far. And you have any questions? I'm more than happy to answer your questions. I hope the information is sufficient enough. That's I prepared a very short presentation based on the information given. In general, we do a like 14 minutes presentation plus 20 minutes Q&A. Yeah.
I have question for from other student.
Okay.
How about the first year, the competition?
You mean the health
they,
sciences first year?
Yes, and are they? I mean, do they need to take a UCAT test?
The UCAT is only for medicine and dental. For other programs, no. And yeah, so it's very competitive entry for the second year professional programs.
So when they are when they needed to take a UCAT test?
The UCAT, you don't have to worry about it before you don't have to worry about before starting your health sciences first year. Yes. In each year is around in July or August. You can do the UCAT in Dunedin.
If you have questions, please you can You can
Yeah,
type.
please. If you have any
in the chat
questions
box.
regarding Otago, regarding Dunedin, just feel free and to ask. I was lucky. I was given the chance to work and live in different cities in New Zealand. I was in Auckland for nearly 6 years before I moved down to Christchurch for 5 years. So this year in March, I moved down to Dunedin. So I have experience in among all the major cities. If you have any questions regarding the studies or regarding the city, just feel free to ask. I will try my best to share my experience with you guys, give you some understanding, give you some ideas about how the life looks like in Dunedin.
After first year, who didn't get the selection?
Sorry, what's that?
So after first year,
You mean the first year for health sciences, right?
yes, right, yes, right. If a student couldn't get selected, any
If
course they can go?
Yeah, I mean, they can do, for example, give me a second. The health sciences first year is a foundation year for the physiotherapy, pharmacy, medical laboratory science, and dental surgery, and medicine and surgery, right? If you cannot progress yourself into any of the 5 professional programs, or you want to change your mind to a different subject, there's options. For example, you can carry on for oral health, and you can apply for oral health, and sometimes if you we even in the past we have students switch to a business. You can get credits transferred into a different program. It depends on what the program is. For the business, you probably wouldn't get that many credits transferred because the majority of the programs, the papers you did in the health sciences first year is relevant to health sciences. And yeah, in the health sciences first year, there are 7 compulsory papers you have to do, and the 8th paper is the optional one. And you can choose choose a paper whether you are interested in, or because regardless your international student or domestic student, for the health sciences first year, you are required to take English test. If you cannot pass the English test, you can use the optional paper, the 8th paper, to make up your English, and that means you have a second chance to progress yourself into the to successfully complete the health sciences first year, progress yourself into the second year of the one of the 5 professional programs.
Okay, thank you. And we have 3 questions here. Will
Yeah.
university organize the placement year for international students?
What do you mean the placement year for? I'm not quite sure.
I think after, I mean, in year second year or third year, they are going to have the placement, right? During the course.
Can I ask for clarification about the placement? The placement, you mean the for you to get registration?
Intern.
For example, the pharmacy students, yeah, the university will help you get the work placement training organized.
Yes.
Is unpaid work placement training. Is more for you to learn, not to work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How about the medicine and surgery student?
If the work placement training is one of the components in the program, you have to successfully complete in order to be eligible for graduation. Yes, it is arranged by the university.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
And the second question, will Australian high school results, ATAR results considered to meet the health science English requirement?
Sorry, what's that?
For Australian high school students,
yeah,
they have ATAR result.
they have other. They have
ATAR.
what kind?
It's
Okay. Yeah.
NCA. In Australia, they call ATAR.
Yeah.
Different one. And I mean, they needed to provide English requirement for health science major.
What? No, I mean not only for health sciences. So we have a table is a list of recognized English qualification. Can to meet the English entry requirements at Otago. If any qualification is not listed on the list, I mean if it's equivalent to NCA level 3, you can apply for a special admission, and then the university will process your application on a case-by-case scenario.
Right.
Yeah, my understanding is that is not a list on the recognized English test table at University of Otago. Let me double check.
Mhm.
I can't see from here. Yeah, so New Zealand is NCA. There we have in New Zealand, Malaysia, in Hong Kong, Germany. Yeah.
For example, if they studied in Australia about 3 years, do they still need to provide English requirement?
Very
Or-
good question, because yesterday I got a similar inquiry from a
right.
student who currently studying at a university in Australia. I
Mhm.
wouldn't mention which university. The student is going to complete a bachelor degree in applied science very shortly, and he's interested in joining Otago for the bachelor degree of medicine through alternative entry category. Yes, the answer would be a case by case scenario.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Other question. What was the average mark required in health science to get accepted into dentistry in 2020?
Oh,
Last
in
year.
2020. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, I don't have that kind of information on hand, but I can tell you each year can be different.
Normally, on Otago website, they explain this students should get at least a B minor, but actually, literally, the student it's better to get more than B minor.
Exactly. Yeah, and also, so we're talking about the medicine, right?
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Or dentistry. Sorry, dentistry.
Yeah, dentistry can be, for dentistry, there's an interview involved. So on top of your academic achievements, the UCAT result, and also you have to go through an interview with the department. So they put all the factors together to consider, which one can be selected. So all the professional programs is not only based on the, I mean, some of the professional programs, especially for dental and medicine, is not only based on your academic achievements, it's also about the UCAT result and interview.
Okay.
So we got so I mean another question is like, without considering interview, which one is more competitive, medicine or dentistry? I personally would say, you probably have to look into from a different angle. You have to look, you have to think about which one is more suitable for you, which one is the most interest career you would like to develop in the future, because all the programs can be very competitive if you are not interested in, if you only want to have if it's not your passion, it's not your interest. And also each year, it depends on who you're competing with. From my understanding, from this year, the competition can be getting not as stronger as before, because we haven't got any new students from overseas since 2020. So when you're competing with your classmates for getting into the second year, international students compete with international students. You don't have to compete with domestic student. Yeah, so pretty much you're on the same level, because
There's another,
you all achieved NCA, you all achieved the university entrance. That's why you got into the health sciences first year. So the only difference can differentiate you and your classmates is during the health sciences first year, how much effort you put in, and how you progress yourself when you're studying the health sciences first year.
And then there is another one. How does the interview works at the end of the health science first year?
The interview in general,
what
there
kind
is.
of question it could be?
Sorry, I mean, I'm not involved in the interview. So
Any tips?
the interview is conducted by the department. Yeah, I personally think, I mean, this is probably not official. I mean, what I learned from our students in the past is kind of like, interviewers, like, they want to find out whether this is the best program for you, whether you have the quality to handle the pressure. Because to be a dentist is not only, you achieve a very good academic outcome, and also it's about how you handle pressure, how do you solve the problems, and the people and the people skills. Yeah, don't worry. When you're doing the health sciences first year, you will. I mean, I know you got a lot of questions, regarding the second year, even the third year. But right now, if you really think that you have to ask yourself whether this is your real interest, is your real passion, before making a decision. If it is your real interest, is your real passion, I'm sure you will overcome all the difficulties. So another question: when we should submit our application? You mean the application for health sciences first year, or you mean the application for the second year of the program?
Actually, both, please.
For the health sciences first year, in general, it opens on the 1st of May each year. If you're already in New Zealand, there's a late application can be considered. But if you're overseas, there's a cutoff date. I mean, I don't have the exact date in my mind for next year, but in general is around at the end of the year. So I would strongly suggest, if you are interested in the health sciences first year, work together with IAE team, submit your application as soon as possible.
Thank you.
I mean, there's no application fee. There's no harm to send your application in,
That's right.
And if you haven't finished, your high school, don't worry. We can get a conditional offer issued based on your current academic results. And once you get your official NCA results early next year, we can change the conditional offer to an unconditional offer. For the second year, it depends on the programs. For example, the oral technology is the decision. There's a committee. They will make a decision sometimes around December this year to decide who is selected. So when you're doing your health sciences first year, if you really want to change your program, or you want to know the date to submit your application for the second year program, the department can help you with more detailed information. Yeah, I don't think that should be a big concern for you right now. The big concern for you right now is how you can get into the health sciences first year, how you can achieve the required NCA result.
Can I ask one thing? For dental technology, when they finish the bachelor course, how about how about to finding a job?
The dental technology?
Is it? I mean, the program. I mean, the major is it competitive as well?
Yeah. There's many job, like, for example, what I learned from our students, after completing the dental technology, you also need to have a registration. You're not a qualified dentist, but you can do a cleaning job, as an assistant to the a qualified dentist. I'm just give you. Let me find out. Just give me a second. I'll grab the information for you. Can I share the information here? Yeah. So this is all the options. Is after you have already got the achieved the Bachelor of Dental Technology. Is you also required, there's also a professional registration, once you get the once you completing the degree, graduates with a Bachelor of Dental Technology degree are automatically entitled to register with New Zealand Dental Council. It's not one of the professional, not one of the 5 professional programs for most of the students would choose after health sciences first year, but it's also a professional program. It's the different career orientation. For like dental surgery, you're aiming to become a dentist.
There is another question. If I'm living in Auckland, what are some reasons for me to choose Otago University Medicine instead of Auckland Uni Med?
Oh, very good question. I mean, I'm not in a position to make any comments about the programs at other university, but at Otago, the medicine Otago, like explained at the beginning of the presentation, Otago is the within New Zealand. We are the first medicine school in New Zealand. Dunedin is very student friendly city. Plus we have the presence, national presence. We have campuses in Auckland, Christchurch, and Wellington for medicine. In the last year, you maybe have the opportunity to complete your last year in Christchurch. We have a campus just beside the Christchurch Hospital, the biggest hospital in the South Island.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And also, and also I would strongly suggest studying at Otago. Otago is very research focused university. You probably do a research to find out the differences between Otago and the programs at other university. Then if you can share the information with me, that would be really appreciated.
And can you let us the international student seat limited? I mean, the students are limited.
Sorry?
Numbers. International student numbers are limited or not?
You mean for the
seats? Yeah, how many places
for
international student can enter?
For the medicine?
Yeah, medicine and dentistry as well.
Okay, just give me a second. Yeah. So for 2021, for the Bachelor of Dental Surgery, yes. 68 places available for international students. For the Bachelor of for the Bachelor of Medicine and the Bachelor of Surgery, there's 20 international students. Yeah, 20 seats available for international students.
First year, right? To enter the health science first year, or
no. Health sciences first year is just like any other bachelor degree first year. Yeah. Right. So the health sciences first year, in order to get into the health sciences first year, you only need to meet the NCEA level 3 UE entry requirements. Yeah. But in order to get into the second year, yes. For example, or the first year of the dental surgery, which is after the health sciences first year, that's very competitive. So for the dental surgery, you need to have at least in the BLB plus UCAT and interview.
So numbers are limited, like a dental science is 68, you said.
Dental surgery,
yes,
that's help you to become 68.
You could be over
I mean,
as well.
sorry?
The numbers could be over 68.
No, it's 68. This is only this is only an indication, because this is the number. That's the number for this year. The number for next year, I'm not quite sure yet.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So just give you each year the number is not. I personally, I mean, as far as I'm aware, there's no huge difference. Each year is roughly similar.
Okay. There is yes, more questions. If I'm looking to be self-employed and set up my own private clinic, what would then be a preferable over med?
I'm not quite sure about the question. Can you repeat again, please?
There is in a chat box. There is questions. If I'm looking to be a self-employed and set up my own private clinic, what would then be a preferable over med?
You mean which one is a better program?
Yes.
If they want to become a self-employed dentist or doctor? Was that the question, or?
I think so. Yes.
That's a really. I mean, I personally don't think I'm in a position to to help you with this question. Is a personal choice. But what I can tell you is, if you want to become if you want to run a dental clinic or work as a GP, you need to get your registration completed. To be a registered dentist or registered general practitioner, in order to practice as a dentist, as a doctor.
Yeah, I understand the question as which one earn more money, like
which one is I mean, I personally I don't get the question, to be honest. You mean which one is the common practice for our graduates, whether they work for clinical dental clinics, or they work or they run a dental clinics, right?
Dental clinic could be easier, but I mean, both could be good. There is another question, and
yeah,
how much for the tuition fee for the first year and also medicine program? I think the tuition fee is in a website. They mentioned about the first year, but how about the second year?
Just give me a second. The health sciences first year, in 2021, the cost for health sciences first year is 36,000, nearly $300. But next year in 2022 will be slightly increased. I haven't got the 2022 tuition fee in my mind, but I think would be roughly around $38,000, roughly. Yeah.
How about
for medicine? Sorry.
Yes. How about the second year?
For the second year is, you mean the second year for the dental would be 100 in 2021 is roughly around $100,000 or 100, yeah, roughly. So next year will also be a slightly increased. Yeah, it's roughly 1 or 2% increased next year.
And also, okay.
Yeah, for all the professional programs, the health, the first year is health sciences first year. That's roughly is the same. It's the difference is from your second year. If you do a pharmacy, a dental, medicine, that can be different, a huge different. Yeah.
Medicine, tuition fee for
The-
medicine.
The tuition fee more for medicine, right? Just give me a second. Okay, the tuition fee for medicine in 2021, from second year to the third year, the tuition fee is around $82,000 roughly. From the fourth year to the fifth year, the last 2 years, is roughly around $91,000. So next year again is slightly increased by 2 or 3%, you know. Should I type the tuition fee here for you?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if anyone have more question, please speak out or type on chat box. Thank you. Oh, expensive. But it's worth
Medicine
to
and dental,
invest.
yeah.
Yes.
It's that's what I'm saying. This is you know, it must be your real passion, your interest. It's not only very expensive, it's also hard work. Yeah, you have to you know, study very hard. It's a long journey.
It is.
Yeah.
Hi, Gary, I got a question for you. If student complete his or her a Bachelor of Pharmacy degree, what do you know? Is it easy to find a job, or it depends?
You have to get your registration completed, you know, as a pharmacist. Yeah. I don't have the data for each of the programs, but I have the overall graduate successful rate at Otago. We got 95% of our graduates go directly into work or further studies. So I would say the successful rate is really high at Otago.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because the number of students, we you know, I don't have the data for each of the programs. But overall, 95% of our graduates, you know, go either to get a job or they carry on for further study. I think that's pretty good outcome.
Okay, because I noticed the data from your PPT, it says only 20 international students are accepted. So it's very must be very competitive, and if the student, if they graduate from Otago and they cannot find a job within like 3 or 4 months, it's gonna be tough for them.
Oh, yeah, the allocated
Pharmacy.
seats for for
Yeah.
the students, for international students is 20
Yes,
seats.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. Thank you.
And Gary,
That's
I
all
have
good.
a question for mature student. Who studied in Korea about pharmacy, but the Bachelor of Pharmacy and also postgraduate pharmacy as well. In the case, if the student wanted to enter health science or the pharmacy bachelor degree course, is it possible to transfer to second or third year?
It's unlikely. So last week, I mean, remember a couple of weeks ago, I was in Auckland with Joe Tendo, our international associate dean from the health sciences department. He's also a professor for the Department of Pharmacy. We will ask the similar question. You know, it's unlikely the students can be considered for health sciences first year, because the students, if they already got a bachelor degree in pharmacy, I'm sure they already done some papers, which is very similar to the health sciences first year. The health sciences first year is supposed to be for students who never done any tertiary studies before. If you done some tertiary studies before, you know, there's a space. If the papers you done is not related to the health sciences first year papers, there's a possibility. But for your student, I assumed, you know, he's already done. He pretty much lots of his papers is relevant to the health sciences first year papers. Yeah.
Right.
So health science first year should be like literally their first year, right?
Yes, yes. Supposed to be, you know, the first year for your first year of the university studies.
So they cannot.
Yeah, if you already done any university studies, and you haven't got your degree, and you know, if you haven't done any papers which is similar with the papers in the health sciences first year, that, you know, your application still can be considered. But if you already got your bachelor degree, you know, it's unlikely to be considered for health sciences first year. Yeah.
Considerable. And the second question is, who is studying health science at Auckland University, and then if the student cannot select it after 1 year, is it possible to enter or to to apply to Otago? Same
For which
health
program?
science first year.
But the student already completed.
Yes, but couldn't get selected.
No, I mean, okay, I can share you this. For our students who already completed a health sciences first year, for example, their intended program is, you know, a bachelor degree of dental surgery, but they were not selected. They can try a different program. Once they completed that different program, they can try to apply for the Bachelor of Dental Surgery again as under the graduate category. But you cannot repeat the health sciences first year. No, you can't.
Right.
I would say it's unlikely, you know, I mean, like I explained, the health sciences first year is pretty much for the, you know, it's supposed to be your first year of university study. If you already done your first year study at another university in New Zealand, it's unlikely. Unless, you know, you haven't done any papers which is similar to the health sciences first year, which including biochemistry, human body system, biology, population health. I'm pretty sure, you know, if your intention was to carry on for the health sciences related program in another university, I'm pretty sure you've done this paper. So there's no way you can repeat your health sciences first year at Otago if you didn't make it in another university.
Okay.
Yeah, but remember, you know, if you really want to get into the professional program, you can carry on for a different bachelor degree. Once you successfully completed that bachelor degree, you can reapply to become, you know, for the Bachelor of Dental Surgery or Bachelor of Medicine as under the graduate category. The graduate category is only an option for students who got a bachelor degree from New Zealand University. If you achieved a bachelor degree from the universities in other countries, you cannot be considered under the graduate category.
Okay. Could you? There is a question. One more. Could you briefly describe the difficulty of first year health science compared to CIE?
Can you help me understand the CIE is stands for?
Can you type CIE? What does it mean? Cambridge. Oh, Cambridge International Exam.
I'm not quite sure, whether we can compare health sciences first year with. I mean, my understanding is the health sciences first year is your first year of university studies, right? The Cambridge International Exams is prepare you to get into university, right? Correct me if my understanding is wrong. So,
Yes.
So you compare the university study with high school studies. It's kind. I mean, if that's what you want, right? If that's what you are what you are asking. I mean, in general, I would say studying at university is totally different with the study in high school. At university, in the high school, you probably got a lot of attention from your teachers because you're not an adult yet. But when you're studying at university, you became an adult. On top of the studies in the classrooms with your tutors, you probably have to spend a lot of time alone yourself at library or with your classmates or roommates. That probably would my suggestion. Okay, so
okay. I think yes, time is done.
okay.
Yes, if other, I mean, if you
how
have
about this?
questions,
How about this? Sorry,
yes.
I just give. Can you see the? Can you see from the chat box? So this is like I explained before. There are 8 papers you have to study when you're doing the health sciences first year. The 7 papers here are the compulsory papers. So you have to study. So that probably can help you to compare what you already studied in the Cambridge international exams. So the 8th paper is optional. You can choose a paper whether you have interested in, or you can use the 8th paper to make up with the English test, which some students may not pass.
Okay. If you have more questions, please send us email or send us by Kakao
or WeChat.
or WeChat or Facebook.
Sorry,
Okay.
the English test I mentioned several times today is the English language
Yes.
diagnostic test.
Yes.
Yeah, that's regardless you are international student or domestic student. When you're doing the health sciences first year, you all required to sit this test, so you have to pass. If you don't pass it, the only option is to use the 8th paper to make it up.
So the test is for domestic and international students, right?
Regardless, yeah, for all students, yeah.
If they couldn't pass, what kind of other way? What I mean,
they couldn't pass, like I'm saying, the 8th paper, the optional paper. So because
optional
they're
paper
the
means
total in
yes.
No, in total.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Subjects. You look at if you look at the previous message, there are 7 subjects.
Yes.
Or papers. We call it papers, right?
Yeah.
There's 7 papers. So the 7 papers are compulsory papers. So you have to do it. And the 8th paper is optional. If you passed the English diagnostic test, you can choose the 8th paper. We have a table, a list of the papers you can choose from. There are even some business papers. Yeah, even some business papers, if that's your interest.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't pass the English diagnostic test, you can choose some English paper from the list to make up with the the English test. So you still can carry on for, I mean, you know, if you also meet other requirements, in that way, you can still carry on for the second year of the professional program.
Okay, any more questions? Okay. Let's wrap up.
Yeah. Okay. So
Thank you. Yes.
you know, can I, you know, before you wrap up today's event, can I say thank you again for joining us? I know you got a lot of questions. You know, we were all in the position like you are now before, but this is the part of our journey, you know, to university. So I would strongly suggest you work together with IAE team, you know, to find out, submit your application. I mean, to find out which is the most suitable study option for you, then submit your application. So there are many questions or queries, you know, in front, I'm sure, but we can always work together to give you the answers for your questions, for your queries. Don't worry, you know, at Otago, we also have a broad range, a great wide range of support teams available at Otago to help you, you know, with your journey with us, regardless, you know, if you have any student visa issues, accommodation issues, or you need help with the academic studies, we got the team here to support you. Right now, the first and the most important step is to submit your application. There's no cost involved.
Okay. Thank you so much, Gary.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. And thank you everybody for attending our seminar. Yes, if you have questions, yes, send us the questions by email or KakaoTalk or WeChat, please. Okay, thank you everybody.